What's up, YouTube? Cold Ass Ice Princess coming at you from Minnesota. Whew. It is like, what, 25 below? It's so cold up here, y'all. I could have sworn I seen Happy Feet tap dancing down the damn sidewalk. I cracked myself up. I cracked myself up. You probably didn't get it. Happy Feet was tap dancing down the sidewalk because it's so cold. Anyway. Y'all. Oh my God. Have you guys been keeping up with this young lady called Jasmine Eiland, I believe her name is? She went to, I believe it was a Trey Songz concert on her birthday in Atlanta, and she was doing a live stream, and she said that she was raped on the dance floor by a young man by the name of Dominique. I'm going to say allegedly because right now the young man is locked up in jail in Atlanta with no bond. And I believe this happened 2 weekends ago. I might be wrong because there was a time when I was sort of paying attention to the story, but when I started seeing videos surface of her brother, her biological brother came on and said that the girl was making all this up and that she was lying and that she was shysty and she couldn't be trusted, and he grew up with her in St. Louis, and basically they grew up in a grimy life, living from place to place and house to house, and he was saying things like, you know how these streets are and all this, that, and the other. And it was like, so after I seen the video of her brother put the video out, I sort of like stepped back. It was like, okay, whatever. I don't know what's going on. I don't know what happened. I don't know if she was raped. I mean, the whole story is just so much don't add up. But it's like right now, I'm sad, empathetic for her and for the young man who's in jail. And I'm going to tell you why. So, just like how the brother came on and he was talking about, you know, their lifestyle or how they grew up. Then come to find out that a friend of hers, when I started watching the story again within this past week, a friend of hers came on that she actually grew up with. A pretty young girl came on and said that Jasmine actually was in foster care for most of her life as a child. So with what the friend said and what the brother said, that's telling me that this girl did not have a stable upbringing. You know, St. Louis has its difficulties. You know, St. Louis is going through some things. So it's like she didn't have a stable upbringing. It seemed like to me she wasn't raised properly. It seemed like she just grew up, you know, became a young woman and then became a mother and a wife. And it was like the whole reason why she went to the club on her birthday by herself was basically so she can get back at her husband. Excuse me, I'm having some tea. Was like basically so that she can get back at her husband. Or she was trying to make her husband jealous. Which I understand, you know. A young girl not getting the attention that she wants or the attention that she desires. She's not being nurtured emotionally. She's not getting affection. You know what I mean? She wants to be told she's pretty, wants to be told she's beautiful. So she ends up at this club with, on the video, it wasn't just the one guy, the Dominique guy, but it was another guy on the video also, because she had been doing a live stream the whole night. Now, that's her business why she was doing the live stream. But from what she said, she was basically trying to make her husband or ex-husband jealous. Which, that had me thinking right there. If this is your ex-husband, why the F are you trying to make him jealous? Why do you even care how he feels if this is your ex-husband? You understand? So then, the husband or the ex-husband or whatever it is, he did a video sitting in the car, smoking some stanky ass Black and Mild, drinking out of a bottle of Hennessy with the windows up. She's sitting on the passenger side, you know what I mean? And I was watching Miss Tanya TKO, and Tanya TKO pointed out how Jasmine was sort of gloating in a way, or she was kind of happy that her husband was paying her some attention over this whole incident of her being raped at the club. It was like she was getting some sort of satisfaction out of it. You understand what I'm saying? It's like this girl was desperate for love, desperate for attention, desperate for nurturing. Like she just needed a hug, you know what I mean? Like she just needed a big sister or a mother or somebody just to hug her, to be there for her, you know? So they sitting in the car and he's talking and he's saying his thing, how he been to prison or jail, one of them, same thing. And he's talking about how he jumped on her, how he put hands on her, how he cheated on her, and he did this and that to her, you know what I'm saying? So then, the next video I see is they're in their house, and she was laying on the couch, and she had on shorts and a, like a, I don't know what kind of shirt it was, but like she was showing a lot of skin in her own house. And it was like her husband was showing the camera like toward her butt and her thighs, like he was trying to like show off her body, like on a sneak tip without her really knowing that he was showing off her body, like he was getting some kind of weird thing out of showing off his wife's body to his homeboys online. You know what I'm saying? What they call that, exploit, to exploit somebody. Something like how the Kardashians do, but they be exploiting themselves for money. You know what I mean? But it was like he was getting some sort of, oh, look at my girl, you know, she's so fine. Oh, I'm going to show you my girl's thighs and part of her butt on a sneak tip while I'm doing this live, you know. And that just like totally turned me off, because that was like somebody else using this girl. To me, that's what it looked like. Somebody else using this girl. So then after I saw that video, I stopped watching it. I say until this week, or I don't know if it was Tuesday, Wednesday, whatever. So then I started, you know, looking at the videos again, and it was just more and more stuff coming out. One girl by the name of Vanna White came. I know that ain't her real name, Vanna White, like the lady on Wheel of Fortune. But anyway, the young girl who was also in the club, who also did a video, her video was also shown of how Jasmine was drinking drink after drink, drink after drink, drink after drink, to the point where she passed out literally. She was literally falling on the floor. And she kept saying things like, turn up. It's my birthday. Turn up. Turn up. You know what I mean? And I'm thinking to myself, getting drunk, passing out on the floor, passing out in a strange man's lap, laying your head on his leg, that ain't got nothing to do with turning up. That's turning motherfucking down. Anytime you passing out on the floor and a strange man have to physically hold your entire body up, that ain't got nothing to do with turning up. That got to do with turning the fuck down. Regardless, you trying to make your husband jealous or not, you turning down. You ain't turning up, baby. You is not turning up, daughter. Ain't nothing about that turning up, baby. I'm just saying. You setting yourself up for failure. Now, don't get me wrong about what I'm finna say, but I'm going to go ahead and say it because, like I say, I'm hurting for both of them. I'm hurting for that young man because it seemed like he was a young man that kind of had his life together. You know what I mean? Like he was doing things, you know, he taking care of his kids, had a house, had a businesses, had cars, you know what I mean? Like he was prospering. So now with this foolishness, who knows what's the outcome's gonna be? He could have destroyed his life, destroyed his children's life because of this foolishness. You understand? He might have been a major breadwinner. Now all of a sudden, the kids ain't got daddy around because of this foolishness. So, now Jasmine, she was in a hospital because she tried to commit suicide. Supposedly she went to Walmart and some people in Walmart was talking about her and saying all kind of hurtful things to the girl. You know what? Every time things happen, we don't all have to agree with each other, but we should respect each other's opinions. You know, we shouldn't just always try to tear each other down. Now, don't get me wrong. I'm going to tell you the truth about yourself. When you're wrong, you're wrong. And when you're right, you're right. And I'm going to tell you the truth about yourself. Now, Jasmine, when she left her house that night and she put that cheap-ass Fashion Nova dress over her head with no underwear and no bra, sister, you was wrong for that. Now, I know I ain't in your age bracket no more, you know what I'm saying? But I used to be in my 20s, and I know 20s is, you know, a lot of us lucky to make it out of our 20s, because when you're in your 20s, you young, dumb, and full of cum. And when you went out to that concert, you was looking to have some fun. Turn up. Everybody turn up. You know what I'm saying? You rubbing all up on this man you don't even know. And he rubbing all up on you. From what the Vanna White girl said, and the other girl, I think her name was J-Bug, who was actually her friend, both of y'all was rubbing up on each other. You was touching all down in his pants, and he was touching all underneath your dress. Excuse me. So, now, I don't know if the man put something in the girl's drink. I don't know. Because other people saying that she was turning up drinks the whole night. As soon as she finished one, she'll get another one. But ladies, now, let me tell you something. I have been downtown Minneapolis plenty of times and seen a lot of girls getting fights. And when them girls get done fighting, they holding up a raggedy ass Fashion Nova dress with no underwear and bras on underneath. Why do y'all insist upon leaving home without even putting on some underwear and bra? You can go to Victoria's Secrets and get a pretty little bra set and panty set. And that will not show through your bodycon dress. You don't have to go out there just loose like that, just all loose booty. And then the girl, after the guy raped her, or quote unquote raped her, allegedly, was it an hour later, they say she went up on stage and did a twerk contest. They had that video all over Facebook. She up there in the twerk contest, her dress came all the way up her waistline. All her ass and cootie cat and everything was out. And she up there doing a twerk contest. All of this to make your husband or ex-husband jealous. Oh, come on now. No. And the thing is, what people saying is that a lot of people seen her and this Dominique guy together. Even people that knew her was wondering if they was a couple, because they have been hugged up on each other the whole night long. And people saying, why come you didn't stop this, or why come you didn't do that, or why come you didn't say nothing? Everybody thought that was her man and that was his woman. Even people going so far saying she should sue the club or sue the security. If the security see you hugged up with a woman or man all night long, ain't they gonna think this is her man or this is her woman? They not gonna think no shiesty shit is involved. They not gonna think no craziness is going on. You know? And she had a man at home that she loved. She could have came out to the club and had a good time. But she came out to the club all up in these dudes' face. And not even just the one dude, but other dudes on the video. You know, at first I was like trying to get a boy the benefit of the doubt. Because I don't want to see another black man behind bars. I'm not going to lie. But when I seen him do this with his fingers and put his fingers back there underneath her dress, something was up. Now they saying something about sodomizing. I don't know where he was sticking his fingers at, but his fingers went in places from the video that I seen. And you know what? This Jasmine girl didn't even want to press charges. But once you get your information out there, it ain't in your hands no more. It's in the white man's hands. And he gonna do what he want with it. Because he wants you to be taken out anyway. Not trying to make this about race, but this is America. So the whole situation is messed up all the way around. The stuff the brother said, the stuff the husband said, the way she conducted herself, the way he conducted himself, getting up on stage twerking with no underwears on. The whole situation is messed up. Going out to get attention, thirsty for attention, thirsty for affection. And now somebody's in jail and somebody's in the hospital trying to commit suicide. It's shameful. Anyway, I'm going to put some links to all the videos so y'all can go check it out and make your own, you know, assumptions or whatever. I'm just really sorry this had to happen. I really am. You got to be more careful. You got to be more careful. As always, it's been Cold as Ice Princess, coming at you from Minnesota. Grace and peace.